spring storms give way to winter's return. Good evening, I'm Lisa Spencer.
And I'm Jeff Morrow. Even though snow dominates the weather picture tonight, this is the season when thoughts turn toward severe weather. Every year, people are killed and property is destroyed by one of nature's most destructive forces. In tonight's edition of Violent Skies, we take a closer look at tornadoes.
Tornadoes are the most violent of all the storms on Earth. They produce winds that can exceed 300 miles an hour. Tornadoes occur in many regions around the world, but in total number of storms, the U.S. leads the way. 1,167 were reported across the country in 1993. The largest percentage occur in the infamous area known as Tornado Alley, a region in the Plains states. Texas, on average, reports 123 tornadoes a year. Oklahoma, 53, and Kansas, 42. Storms concentrate in this area because of a unique combination of weather conditions and topography. Typically, in spring, a low-pressure system pulls out into the plains. This is accompanied by a warm front, cold front, and sometimes the boundary between moist and dry air, known as the dry line. Brisk winds in the lower atmosphere, the low-level jet, blow up from the Gulf of Mexico, supplying energy and moisture. The jet stream in the upper atmosphere races overhead at speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour. This brings in energy and dry air aloft. Finally, cold air aloft pushes east, and the atmosphere becomes unstable. Add all these ingredients together, and the environment is primed for severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. Tornadoes evolve because of certain elements. Wind shear, winds at different altitudes blowing in different directions, causes the air between the layers to begin spinning, almost like a horizontal tornado, although not nearly as fast. When this horizontally rotating air meets an updraft, the rotating tube can become stretched and tilted. As the now nearly vertical tube tightens its spin, it speeds up. The result, a tornado that has the potential of causing loss of life and extensive property damage. In Andover, Kansas, portions of the town were flattened by a twister in April 1991. 13 people were killed, another grim reminder of the power of one of nature's most deadly forces. I'm Charlie Welsh, the Weather Channel.
As we have just seen, tornadoes can cause death and great destruction. The amount of destruction usually depends on the strength of the tornado. Just as hurricanes are categorized by force, so are tornadoes by something called the Fujita scale. If a tornado is classified as an F0 or an F1, it is considered a weak tornado. F1 tornadoes have winds up to 112 miles per hour and can do roof damage and can throw cars from roads, and some mobile homes can be torn apart. Now, as far as an F2 or an F3 tornado, they're considered to be strong with winds as high as 206 miles per hour. Even then, on an F3, strongly built buildings, outside walls are blown away, and weaker homes are completely swept away. And violent tornadoes are classified as F4s or F5s. These are probably the rarest tornadoes. They don't occur very often, but when they do, the destruction is tremendous, with winds estimated up to 318 miles per hour. Strongly built homes completely blown away, and if you've ever seen destruction from an F5 tornado, all you see left is the foundation. Now, severe thunderstorms also have a criteria to be considered severe. A storm must possess winds exceeding 58 miles an hour, have hail 3/4 of an inch or larger, and sometimes have funnel clouds or tornadoes. In all severe storms, you want to be safe, but especially during this tornado season, remember, go to an interior room on the lowest floor. If you're in a mobile home, don't stay there. If you can, try to get to a more secure shelter area. If outside in a vehicle, take shelter in a ditch or perhaps underneath an overpass. In tomorrow night's segment of Violent Skies, we take a trip to Kansas City to see what steps are being taken in the role of forecasting tornadoes. Now, we don't have a lot of severe weather to talk about tonight. Snow is more